Imagine this. Cobblestone streets, whispering tales of gladiators and emperors. You got ancient ruins standing right there amidst all the bustling modern life.
Yeah, and art masterpieces kind of hidden in plain sight, right?
Exactly. And that smell, the aroma of freshly made pasta, it just seems to waft from every corner. Welcome to Rome.
The Eternal City, it really isn't just a destination, is it? It's more like a living museum.
A vibrant crucible of history and art. It really grabs all your senses.
It totally does. You step into Rome and you're literally stepping into layers upon layers of history, of human effort. It's an immersion, unlike almost anywhere else.
And today we're taking a deep dive into how you can truly experience this incredible city. We've found a fantastic blueprint for you.
Okay.
It's a meticulously crafted 4-day itinerary, and it's drawn directly from this detailed travel guide called Roma Eterna, un viaje inolvidable de 1 días por la ciudad milenaria.
Ah, right. And what's really insightful about this guide and kind of the mission for our deep dive today isn't just listing what to see, it's about how you maximize your time there.
The goal is really to help you immerse yourself in Rome's iconic sites, to, understand the sheer legacy of the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Appreciate the stunning Renaissance and Baroque art, and really truly get a feel for authentic Roman life.
Through the food, the neighborhoods.
Exactly. Through its gastronomy and those bustling neighborhoods, it's designed as like a complete sensory journey.
I really like how the guide sets some clear, specific goals for you too, like concrete things.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, by the end of these 4 days, the aim is for you to visit at least 10 main points of interest, capture those unforgettable photos,
Of course.
savor traditional Roman dishes on at least 3 occasions. Yes, at least 3.
Minimum.
Essential.
Right. And truly immerse yourself by walking a minimum of 15 kilometers. Get those steps in.
Definitely. You walk a lot in Rome.
Plus, experience a panoramic sunset. And naturally, toss that coin in the Fontana di Trevi to make sure you come back.
Gotta do the coin toss. Okay, sounds like a plan. Let's unpack this. Where do we start?
All right, day 1. Let's dive in.
Sounds like a phenomenal plan. So our guide starts by throwing us right into the colossal grandeur of the Roman Empire for day 1.
Before winding down in Trastevere.
Right, before we unwind in the charming embrace of Trastevere later.
So, day 1, morning, let's say 9:00 a.m. to about 1:00 p.m., you're diving straight into ancient Rome. First, the Colosseum.
And the guide really, really hammers this home. You absolutely need pre-book tickets.
Oh, absolutely.
Ideally, skip the line, or maybe even a guided tour. It's not just about saving time, though that's huge.
It really is.
It lets you actually soak in the atmosphere without stressing about those endless queues. Once you're inside, you're just transported.
And it's not just gladiators, right? Did they flood it sometimes?
They did. For mock naval battles, believe it or not. And they had this incredibly complex awning system, the Valerium, to shade spectators. Just amazing engineering for the time.
Wow.
And from the Colosseum, you're just, steps away from the Roman Forum.
The heart of it all.
Exactly. And it wasn't just a jumble of ruins. What's remarkable is thinking about how it evolved from like a marshy burial ground
Right.
into the absolute epicenter of ancient Rome's political, religious, commercial life. Over centuries, they're still finding things beneath your feet.
That's incredible. And the guide points out something really rewarding from up there. Climbing Palatine Hill.
Ah, yes. One of the 7 hills.
One of the central ones. And from the top, you can wander through remnants of imperial palaces.
Huge palace.
And get these incredible panoramic views. You see the Forum you just walked through, and then the vast Circus Maximus over there.
Yeah, it really helps you grasp the sheer scale of the ancient city. It puts it all in perspective.
Okay, so after all that ancient history, you're probably ready for lunch.
Definitely. And the guide wisely suggests finding an authentic trattoria nearby, but maybe deliberately a little bit away from the main tourist scrum.
Good tip.
Yeah, those cozy, often family-run places, that's where you find the real deal. Better quality, better prices usually.
Makes sense. So moving into the afternoon, say 2:00 p.m. to 7:00 p.m., the vibe shifts a bit.
It does. Towards more breathtaking views and then some bohemian charm.
First stop is the big white monument, Altar of the Patria.
That's the one. The monument to Vittorio Emanuele II. Locals sometimes call it the wedding cake or the typewriter.
Okay.
But you can go up to its upper terrace, the Terrazza delle Quadrille, and the 360-degree views of the city from there are just, wow. Truly one of the best.
It really takes your breath away.
It's a brilliant way to get your bearings for the rest of your exploration. And just nearby is Capitoline Hill, the Campidoglio.
Michelangelo's Piazza.
Exactly. He redesigned it in the Renaissance, that unique trapezoidal shape. It uses forced perspective to make the space feel even grander. Genius.
Clever.
And from its terrace, you get another stunning but different angle looking down onto the Roman Forum.
Okay, so from these grand views, you then cross the river, the Tiber,
Ponte Sisto or Ponte Garibaldi, maybe.
and you enter Trastevere, which is just, everyone seems to love Trastevere.
Oh, it's beloved for a reason. The guide paints this picture of, picturesque cobblestone streets, these little hidden squares.
Ivy-covered walls.
Yes. And the historic Basilica di Santa Maria in Trastevere, one of the oldest churches in Rome, with incredible mosaics. The whole neighborhood just has this bohemian, artistic, really vibrant feel.
Sounds lovely. And for the evening?
Dinner in Trastevere is the perfect capstone for day one. The food scene there is excellent. Lots of trattorias with fresh pasta, real Roman specialties. It's a wonderful way to wrap things up.
Okay, so day 2, we shift from ancient empires to
the sacred and the spectacular. Day 2 is all about Vatican majesty, and then diving into some of Rome's historic city center gems.
All right. Morning, maybe 8:00 a.m. to 1 p.m. is dedicated to the Vatican.
Yes, and the guide basically screams this from the rooftops. You must book tickets for the Vatican museums and the Sistine Chapel weeks in advance. Seriously.
Yeah, non-negotiable.
Absolutely non-negotiable. And picking those early morning slots makes a world of difference. You get to see the art, the sacred spaces, with far, far fewer people jostling around.
It's worth getting up early for.
Totally. So after that incredible artistic immersion, you move on to explore the sheer grandeur of St. Peter's Basilica.
The world's largest church.
Indeed. And that central dome, designed by Michelangelo, it was the largest in the world for centuries. Just mind-boggling.
And if you have the energy.
Right. If you're up for it, the guide recommends climbing the dome. It's a bit of a workout, but the views from the top, incomparable. St. Peter's Square laid out below you, all of Rome stretching out. It's unforgettable.
Wow, okay, so after all that, lunch is probably needed.
Yeah, the guide suggests finding somewhere in the Vatican's vicinity. Practical, given how much time and energy you'll have spent there.
Makes sense. So leaving the Vatican's sacred grandeur behind, the afternoon, maybe 2:00 p.m. to 7:00 p.m., where does the itinerary take us?
It leads you on this fascinating path, from an ancient fortress to Rome's most iconic fountains. First up, Castel San Angelo.
The big round fortress by the river.
Yeah, that's the one. It has such a cool history. Started as Emperor Hadrian's mausoleum, then became a papal fortress, even a prison.
Wow, layers upon layers again.
Exactly. The guide encourages you to explore its winding passages and definitely check out the unique views from the top, looking back towards St. Peter's or across the river.
Interesting how these buildings change purpose over centuries.
It really is. So from there, you cross the Ponte San Angelo, the bridge lined with Bernini's angels.
Beautiful bridge.
And you step into the truly vibrant, historic center.
Okay, heart of the city now.
First stop is the incredible Piazza Navona, dominated, of course, by Bernini's Fountain of the Four Rivers.
That huge one in the middle.
Yeah. It's this amazing Baroque masterpiece. You've got these 4 massive river gods symbolizing the big rivers known then Nile, Ganges, Danube, Plate, each with these intricate details reflecting their regions, all under this dramatic Egyptian obelisk. It's pure theater.
Bernini was something else. Then onwards.
Then you continue to the astonishing Pantheon, a remarkably preserved Roman temple. The guide urges you to just stand inside and appreciate the architecture, especially that famous oculus.
Well, on the roof.
Exactly. The engineering is just staggering. Its massive concrete dome with the oculus as the only light source was the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world for 1,800 years.
That's insane. Roman ingenuity right there.
Truly.
Yeah.
And to cap off the afternoon's walk, you arrive at the spectacular Fontana dei Trevi.
The Trevi Fountain. Time for the coin toss.
This is where you do the tradition. Toss a coin over your shoulder, right hand over left shoulder, I think, to ensure your return to Rome.
The guide definitely presents that as a must-do. Non-negotiable, maybe.
Pretty much. For your evening, the historic center is packed with dinner options. You'll find something easily.
All right, day 3. The focus shifts again.
Yeah, day 3 mixes things up a bit. It combines some serene beauty with world-class art and then those really iconic panoramic views.
Okay, morning, say 9:00 a.m. to 1:00 p.m. starts with art. at Villa Borghese.
That's right, the Galleria Borghese specifically. This is where you find absolute masterpieces by Bernini, Caravaggio, Raphael,
The big names.
the biggest. But here's another crucial point the guide really emphasizes. Tickets are extremely limited. You have to reserve them maybe months in advance.
Months? Wow.
Seriously, if you want to see Bernini's Apollo and Daphne, where the marble looks like it's actually turning into leaves, you need to plan way ahead. It's worth it, but plan.
Good warning. It highlights how popular Rome's art is, I guess.
And how vital that planning is. After the intensity of the gallery, the guide suggests exploring the Villa Borghese gardens themselves. They're extensive, beautiful, a perfect contrast.
Nice change of pace.
You can just stroll, relax, or maybe even rent a little bicycle or pedal cart to explore the tranquil paths on the small lake.
Sounds lovely. And there's a viewpoint in the garden.
Yes, the Terrazza del Pincio. It offers that really iconic, postcard-perfect panoramic view looking down over Piazza del Popolo and across the city rooftops. Classic Rome.
Beautiful. And for lunch?
The guide suggests either finding a spot near Villa Borghese itself or heading down into the lively Piazza del Popolo at the foot of the hill.
Okay. Then the afternoon, maybe 2:00 p.m. to 7:00 p.m. More icons?
More icons, and maybe some retail therapy or just soaking up the atmosphere.
Okay.
You head down to Piazza di Spagna and the famous Spanish steps,
Uh-huh.
that grand Baroque staircase.
Always full of people.
Always. A great spot for people watching, though maybe not sitting on the steps anymore. They've cracked down on that. Then, for those interested in shopping, you can explore the super high-end luxury shops on Via Condotti, right off the Piazza di Spagna. Or for more variety, head to the bustling Via del Corso nearby.
Window shopping counts too, right?
Absolutely. And then, as the day winds down, the guide offers a couple of really nice options for sunset. You could actually walk back up to the Terrazza del Pincio and the Borghese Gardens for a different light, that golden hour perspective. Or consider heading to the Giardino degli Aranci, the Orange Garden, on the Aventine Hill. It's known for its really romantic atmosphere and gorgeous views over the Tiber towards St. Peter's, especially beautiful at sunset.
Two great choices.
And
And for the evening?
for the night, the guide recommends trying a traditional Roman aperitivo before dinner.
The pre-dinner drinks and snacks thing.
Exactly. It's more than just a happy hour. It's a social ritual. You grab a cocktail, maybe a glass of wine, and it comes with complimentary small bites, olives, nuts, little pizzas, cheeses.
Sounds perfect.
It's a fantastic way to experience local life, relax, and maybe try some new things before heading to dinner proper.
Love it. Okay, final day, day 4. This one sounds like it goes a bit off the beaten path.
It does. It offers a deeper exploration, starting with the ancient Appian Way, a road that, literally paved the way for the Roman Empire's expansion.
Wow. So morning, 9:00 a.m. to 1:00 p.m., dedicated to the Appian Way. How do you get there?
We'd probably take a bus or maybe a taxi out of the main center. It's this incredibly preserved ancient Roman road, the Via Appia Antica, and walking on those original paving stones, you really feel the history under your feet.
That must be credible. It wasn't just any road, right?
No, it was the queen of roads. The main highway connecting Rome southwards, crucial for military and trade, lined with ancient tombs and monuments.
And while you're out there, the guide suggests visiting the catacombs.
Yes, one of the ancient underground Christian cemeteries, like the catacombs of San Callisto or Domitilla. It's a somber experience, but incredibly historic, a real glimpse into early Christian life and burial practices in Rome.
Fascinating. Is there another option there?
For sure, if you're feeling more active, renting bicycles is a fantastic way to explore more of the Appian Way Regional Park, see the ruins scattered along it, and enjoy the surrounding countryside.
That sounds like a great way to experience it. Lunch after that.
Yeah, the suggestion is either finding a local restaurant out near the Appian Way, there are a few good ones, or heading back towards the city center.
Okay. And for the final afternoon, say 2:00 p.m. to 6:00 p.m., it looks like the itinerary offers choices.
Exactly. After 3 packed days, it gives you options for hidden gems or more thematic experiences, depending on what sparked your interest most.
Makes sense. What are the choices?
Well, one option is delving into the Basilica di San Giovanni in Laterano. Important church, right?
It's Rome's official cathedral, actually.
Right.
Technically ranks higher than St. Peter's in church hierarchy.
There you go. And nearby are the Scala Santa, the Holy Stairs, which pilgrims climb on their knees, believed to be the steps Jesus climbed in Jerusalem.
Wow. Okay, what else?
Or you could explore the Ghetto Ebraico, the historic Jewish ghetto. It's a neighborhood with such a rich, sometimes tragic, history, but also beautiful little squares and really exceptional food.
The guide mentions a specific dish.
Yes. Alcofa alla Judea, Jewish-style deep-fried artichokes. They're amazing, a Roman Jewish specialty. Definitely worth seeking out.
Sounds delicious. Any other options?
A really unique one is the Crypta dei Cappuccini, the Capuchin Crypt. It's different. A series of small chapels decorated entirely with the bones of about 4,000 Capuchin friars.
Decorated with bones.
Literally. Skulls, leg bones, arranged in intricate patterns. It's macabre for sure, but meant as a powerful reminder of mortality, a memento mori. Not for everyone, maybe, but unforgettable.
Definitely unique. And for food lovers.
For true food enthusiasts, the guide suggests maybe a dedicated gastronomic tour, perhaps in a characterful neighborhood like Testaccio, which is known for its really authentic, traditional Roman cuisine and its historic market, often overlooked by tourists.
Great options to personalize the end of the trip and then the final evening.
The itinerary suggests a lovely farewell dinner to cap off your Roman adventure, find a place you loved, or try somewhere new.
A perfect ending. Now, beyond the day-by-day stuff, Roma Eterna also includes some really important practical advice, doesn't it? Things to be aware of.
Absolutely. Crucial stuff, like managing crowds.
Right. The guide is very clear. Popular sites get extremely busy, especially in high season. Patience is key.
And booking ahead. We can't stress that enough. It really is essential for a smoother trip.
What about the weather?
Good point. The summer heat can be intense. So if you're going in July or August, the advice is simple but vital. Stay hydrated, drink lots of water, use sunscreen, wear a hat, and seek shade during the hottest parts of the day.
Common sense, but easy to forget when you're caught up in sightseeing and walking.
Yeah. Be prepared for extensive walking. Even if you use public transport sometimes, you'll be doing a lot on foot, often on uneven cobblestones.
So good shoes are a must.
Absolutely essential. Your feet will definitely thank you.
Anything else to be aware of? Safety.
Like in any major city, unfortunately, you need to be aware of minor crime, particularly pickpockets. They tend to operate in crowded tourist areas and on buses or the metro. Just stay vigilant, keep valuables secure.
Standard big city awareness and getting around.
Navigation can be tricky sometimes. Rome has loads of charming but small and winding labyrinthine streets. Having a good map, or more likely these days, a reliable navigation app on your phone is super helpful.
Yeah, easy to get delightfully lost, but maybe good to have a backup plan. Language.
The guide notes that while English is pretty widely spoken in the main tourist areas, hotels, restaurants,
You can get by.
you can definitely get by. But learning even just a few basic Italian phrases, buongiorno, grazie, prego, scusi, can really enrich your experience. It shows respect, and it can open up more genuine interactions with locals.
Always appreciated, isn't it? So wrapping it all up, this 4-day deep dive,
Yeah,
based on this guide, really allows for a profound immersion.
totally. In Rome's history, its art, its culture, its food, its whole vibe.
It feels like Rome isn't just a place you visit. It's a place you kind of live and savor and feel. It really does hit all the senses.
It's a city that leaves a mark for sure. Which I guess brings us to a final thought, maybe a question for you, the listener. After hearing about this incredible itinerary, all these different facets of Rome, what specific aspect really jumps out at you? Is it the sheer scale of the ancient ruins, maybe the genius of Bernini sculptures, the hidden culinary gems, or perhaps just the thought of wandering through Trastevere at dusk?
What part of Rome truly sparks your curiosity or calls to your spirit of exploration?
Something to think about as you maybe start planning or just dreaming about your own unforgettable Roman adventure.